Hi there. It's Katie from What the Heck Do I Know? And I'm wondering what day it is. It's not New Year's Day and it's not time to go back to work yet. But anyway, I just thought I'd come on and talk about the big news going on in the world right now. Well, for the first 5 minutes, I was really excited, but then I started thinking. And yeah, I don't want to ruin it for you, but sounds really great. Trump freeing Venezuela from their oppressive dictator president. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've been living under a rock. Before 2001, they were headed in a socialist way. And then Maduro came in and he would sing to them. He'd get on like, he'd sing to the country. And when he was, doing his address of the nation or whatever. And he just slowly drove them into poverty. They were the third wealthiest country in the world. And they became, as you should know, super poor, cartels everywhere, crime everywhere. Lots of people left. Lots of people, yeah, they jailed the opposition. Like, it was basically kind of like, it's like Canada's following the same page. So it was kind of cool this morning to hear that, but I am suspicious. I think a lot of some of the truthers are about the oil, but I'm even hearing about silver, and that a bunch of silver was taken out just before the whole shakedown went about. But that is from AI, so I don't trust that. But at the same time, I wouldn't rule it out, that there's a lot more than meets the eye. And I find it funny the spin that the media has been putting on it, that, oh, bad, bad, Trump's not doing this the right way. Who cares that, they're free from an oppressive communistic dictatorship that runs cartels and 7 tons of cocaine, partly with fentanyl in it, bringing it to the US and everywhere and working in tandem with Iran. So, yes, how dare anybody stop that kind of thing from happening? But while I was thinking about that too, it just hit me that this is all about division, and to stoke the division even further, while there's a whole bunch of people cheering, saying, yay, look what Trump did to Venezuela, those people who are still, with the Trump derangement syndrome, who are saying like, no, like, he's going about it wrong, and they're not happy for Venezuela, and they're not happy that Venezuela is happy with Trump. I say to them, stop letting that man control you. If you won't talk to your family, if you're ripping signs out of lawns, if you are just obsessing over this orange man, he's controlling you. It's taking up mental real estate. So don't let that happen. Be happy if he's done something to liberate a country of people. But before I get too sappy on that, I do have to say that I think World War III is coming. I think they're all friends. Trump is part of a big club. They're all friends. And something I will leave you with is that there's a CBDC tracker, humanity.org, and I'm going to include the link for you. And I wondered months ago why Venezuela was on that. North Korea's on it too. So how did they get into the experimental stages of CBDCs? And another thing to back up is the liberals today in Canada, Anita and Ann, like, oh, this is bad, and we don't agree with this. Well, I'm going to leave you a little post on our old trade minister, Chrysler Freeland, commenting in 2019 that Maduro must go. And there's even an article that I found about when a whole bunch of the leaders in the Western world were trying to bring him down and pull a coup d'etat and install a different president, which didn't happen at the time. I know that I had an article from an independent writer that Trump and Freeland went together on a plane, but I've tried to find that for a year or two now, and I think it's been scrubbed. So anyway, I'm just saying, hang on to your hat. I don't want to doom, but I really think that this is how they're going to bring in the CBDCs. I think they're going to use this, that Iran's going to retaliate against the US for what they did with their buddy Maduro. And I think that that's going to kick off World War III, or a big war anyway. And, you know, if infrastructure's damaged, different things are blown up or caught fire, what a great way for them to say, well, this is what we have to do now. We have to go with this facial recognition, this ID for your biometrics, because things have been destroyed. But then how would that not destroy the data centers and all of that they're going to need to run those too? So there's a video that I found on Jeremy Mackenzie's Telegram page, and it has Maduro in 2023 calling out the Zionists, accusing them of genociding all the Palestinians and Muslims. And so is that why he's taken out? Like, you know, we all know that Trump is owned by those guys. He's part of it. So is his son-in-law. But then the question remains, okay, so if the Zionists are taking him out because he won't play with them and he's accusing them of what they're doing, then why are they sending all of those people I just described over to Western civilization to create a ruckus over here, and the attacks and things going on in the UK and Ireland and shit going down in the US and Canada? Why are they all bringing it here to destroy us? So that tells me again that they're all on the same team, that there's just we're scratching the surface. That's just sort of a couple of aspects I'm seeing. We'll find out.
Ahora los racistas y supremacistas del sionismo hoy quieren acabar con el pueblo palestino. Y digo más, quieren acabar con todo el pueblo árabe, con todo el pueblo musulmán. Han sembrado una ideología del odio, de la racia. La han sembrado durante 75 años con el apoyo de Occidente. Atención, mundo bueno que me escucha. Atención, hombres y mujeres de los Estados Unidos, de Europa y del mundo. Han sembrado una ideología más peligrosa que la nazi. Primero contra el pueblo palestino. Racia, exterminio, genocidio, bombas atómicas. Y luego vienen los pueblos árabes, todos los pueblos musulmanes. Y después quieran venir por nosotros, los cristianos, los católicos. Paremos al tiempo el genocidio. Paremos a tiempo el genocidio sionista contra el amado y pueblo palestino.
So I'll leave a few of these clips. What do you think? I don't know. I want to be happy, but I'm suspicious. I think something's up. There's too much news already back and forth on it, and I just think it's about more division, and especially that the people who are screaming about Trump doing this to Venezuela right now, if World War III starts, then that's going to be there. See, we told you he was going to start World War III. So I don't think you can win. I can't wait for the day that humanity wakes up and realizes this is all just a big stage show, that we are being played to the hilt. Sorry, Trumper friends that love Trump. I liked what he did too at one time, but you got to realize it's just another psyop. It's one of the greatest psyops of our time, that some rude, mouthy billionaire is going to save the planet from the globalists. Okay, we've all fallen for that, and it's time to wakey, and just prep and pray. Please pray. Yeah, there's a lot to come. This is not over. This is a pretty crazy story. Okay, good night.